Hello, everybody. I'm Johnny Vasquez. I am the organizer of the Fearless Knitter Summit, and here I am at 11:15 in the evening, where I live, at least. And I have spent all day dealing with comments about a lack of diversity in our event, and I want to provide some context to all of those comments because there's we've had some very nice messages from folks who have inquired and want to understand better. Some nice comments. We've also had quite a few comments that are less nice or very um, well, yeah. Let's just say that they're less nice. But they're also saying things that are just not really accurate. So I think it's important to give more context rather than let that information or misinformation continue to spread online, because I don't think that that helps anybody. And I don't want to come at this from a place of being defensive. It's more that if there are things that are being said that aren't true, then I think that they should be addressed. So first off, there's more than one comment saying that why don't we have any BIPOC or Black people in our event? So we do. And I think some of the confusion might come from the graphic that we have up for the event, which is all black and white. And so that kind of washes out some of our speakers' features or makes it harder to see, I guess, their skin color, including my own, because I'm not white. But so that's my bad. Like, I was kind of trying to create like a cool look and also make sure that all of the images looked consistent and stuff. So maybe that wasn't the thing that confused you, but that was, that was just an oversight on my part. I wasn't really thinking about how that might be perceived or be seen. So more importantly, behind the scenes, my team and I have reached out to well over 100 people to participate in this event, and that includes many people that are from the Black community, the BIPOC community, the plus size community, the LGBTQIA plus community, and they were been designers and podcasters and YouTubers, and we've reached out to a lot of people. So and we followed up with them, multiple times. We tried contacting through different channels, and the reality is that most of those people never responded back to us. Some of them weren't available to attend or to be participants in the event. And some people just declined because they thought that the format wasn't a good fit for their business or their goals or what it is they're trying to accomplish with their brand. And that's fine, like that's the way that it goes. We did have someone that was Black that was contracted to be a part of the event. And I'm not saying that to sort of like be like, oh, we had a Black person. Like that's not the goal, but it is true. It's accurate. And unfortunately, they had to withdraw at the last minute. So that's a bummer. Like, we were super, super bummed that they weren't able to be a part of that, but they were having some health issues and they just said that they couldn't do it. So I know that some people are going to ask like, okay, well, but then why didn't you just replace them? And the truth is that when someone steps away from a spot like that, so close to when we're beginning the promotional phase of it, it's just not hard. It's not easy to find someone else to fill that spot so quickly. If we had a huge backlog of people that were jumping to be a part of this, that might have been easier. But it's a new event. This is sort of the first time that we're doing something really big like this in the space. And we're still establishing our name in the industry, our brand, making relationships with designers, building trust. And so, it's a challenge to get people on board. We had 15 slots to fill for speaking for this event. And by the time we were ready to start promoting the event and had to sort of cut off the roster, we still hadn't filled all of those slots. So other people might say, okay, well, if this was really important to you, the diversity factor, then you would have tried harder. And the reality is that we tried very, very hard to get as many people on board this as possible. And we pursued many people from very diverse backgrounds to be a part of this as well. So I wish I could say that, like, oh yeah, we just didn't give it a good shot, and that's also just not true. Um, Again, I don't want it to sound defensive. That's not my goal. But like, we've spent months pitching people to be a part of this event, and you know, we couldn't get more people from diverse backgrounds on board yet, or at least for this event, let's say. So one question people might have is, were we paying enough, or were we offering enough to people? And maybe that's why they weren't interested in participating. And I can say with confidence that we have the most generous compensation package of any knitting event that's out there. You can ask any of the speakers that we have participating, and they will vouch for that. I'm very proud of that fact that we are creating a platform that we can help other knitters make a good living from what it is that they're doing. So I don't think that was a factor in people deciding not to participate. And finally, some of you might be saying, okay, well, you didn't ask me, or you didn't ask this person. And that's true. We didn't. And it's not because we didn't want to. It also means that because we didn't make an invitation to someone specific, that we're not interested, or we're not, valuing their work. It may be that we just weren't aware of their work, and that happens. There's a lot of people out there. Again, like, there are a lot of people that just weren't available. They weren't able to commit to be a part of it, or it wasn't a good fit for some reason. So that is not why this event is less diverse than we would like. It's not because we didn't try. And maybe that falls flat for some people. Maybe you feel like we could have just done better. And all I can say is that we have put in a good faith effort to include as many voices as possible. And we are going to continue doing that for future events as we move forward. So what we are is really excited by the people that are speaking at this event. And we think that everybody is welcome to be a part of this event. And we are excited for future events to use this platform as a place to elevate more diverse voices from the community, and to ensure that they get paid well for their work. That's really important to me. But most important is that we created an event where everybody can come together, and that we can all learn from each other, regardless of our backgrounds, and because of our different backgrounds. But we can all sort of be united by this hobby that we love, which is knitting. So that's sort of the goal of the Fearless Knitters Summit. And I hope that everybody, comes and checks it out. So, we're going to continue to build what we're doing. We're going to continue to build relationships within the community. And if you know somebody, or you are somebody that would love to be included and featured in future events, like, please contact our team. Like, we would love to have more people to work with who are eager to get in front of an audience, and that we can help spotlight. That's all that I want to do. I just want to shine more light on the knitting community, and expose more voices to more people. That's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. So, yeah, I hope that clears some things up, I guess. And we're happy to continue the conversation offline. But as far as like future comments and stuff on this topic, like we'll just refer you to this video. This is sort of our position and our stance on things. So thank you for all of the kind messages and for the inquiries and the conversation starters, where we really appreciate those things, and the people who are concerned that, we need to learn from this situation. Like, again, we're doing the best that we can with the resources that we have, and again, we'll continue to do better in the future. So thanks so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Go sign up for the Fearless Knitter Summit, and remember to keep knitting fearlessly.